They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the...
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. 13. Throwing again. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Out inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
7-yard line.
Second and 14. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
themselves a lead. The Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there. But let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very. If they had the quick strike ability, they showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 10, Chiefs nothing.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Butker on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, dipping a little bit and forced the field goal.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Thornhill on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
Willie Gay Jr. out of Mississippi State, one of the boomer bust selections in the NFL draft. He can flat out fly. When he's on the field, he can make plays in the passing game. He can run sideline to tackle people. The problem for him, didn't play all that often at Mississippi State for a variety of reasons. The good thing he does have, though, his new teammate, Tyrann Mathieu, expresses approval of this pick. He'll take him under his wing and teach him how to be a pro.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A carry for Kansas City. Brought down at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of McCole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver. And really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first season.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble, too, as he scrambles for a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Try to run with Edwards-Helaire. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good.
Makes the score.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Right there, 54, right there.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. The quick feet by Jackson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Check Mike 21. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Play action. It's Jackson. Open man Boykin. He's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Complete to number
Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Chiefs 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Thomas. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check.
From the 35 on second down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Chiefs 13.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass or one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Complete to
Mecole Hardman, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this down. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Thomas. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Clyde Edwards.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
6-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Thomas. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one, to me, You take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Eight yards to go on second down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Ravens 24. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 31-31. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He'll buy some time right. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 11. Jackson now. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Dobbins running out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Carrier. The tackle made by Cameron Wade.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Tonight's final score, Ravens.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.